Well, hello again everyone, and welcome back to Kovac Enterprises. This is going to be the finale for the Carolina Man's tribute group build. Like I said, the only thing that we had left to do for this segment is to basically apply the decals and do a little detail work as far as putting some color on the turn signals as well as the backup light, and putting the outside driver mirror on the body of the car. So as you can see here in front of you, it is now completed. I did go ahead and as far as the turn signals are concerned, we used the Tamiya clear yellow. It gives that kind of amber look to it. And basically I just used a toothpick and just put a couple of drops there on the center of the turn signal itself and let it dry overnight. So that is done. As far as the backup lights on the rear of the vehicle, we went ahead and chose the Craftsmart satin white acrylic paint and did the same thing by basically using a toothpick and just dropping a couple of like I say, drops of paint on the backup lights themselves. Let that dry overnight as well. So those were done, and then we went ahead and proceeded with the actual gold striping of for the car. And basically how I did that, and I'll back this up a little bit, and we'll kind of turn the camera over to what we had going on here. So basically I used a pan of just basically tap water. It was cold, didn't go with the hot stuff, but this is what I used to dip my decals in. And then of course we have the Microsol setting solution for the decals, and I'll explain about this Craftsmart Gold paint. It's metallic. I'll explain that a little bit later on here, but basically that's basically what I used, was to go ahead and use these materials to actually apply the decals once the future was cured on the vehicle itself, so you had easy application of the decals to the model kit. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera back around here, and it was pretty well straightforward as far as the stripes on the trunk, as you can see here, and the roof of the vehicle. The one thing I had a little bit of some difficulty on, and it's not perfect, I can tell you that right now, is the actual gold stripes that go on the hood of the car. You can see I kind of am a little off center of the hood scoop, but it's the only way I could line it up with the trunk and the roof decals themselves. As far as applying it over the hood scoop itself, I basically had to use my 11 blade to cut little slits right here in the front part of the hood scoop in order for it to kind of lay down a little bit nicer. As far as the decals that go over the vents by the windshield there, one set was actually wider than the other, so no matter how I did it, it wouldn't of course line up because the widths were all kind of different for those particular decals. So I don't know if you can tell, but this is where the Craftsmart Gold metallic paint came in. Now go ahead and lay that down for a second and bring this in. So that's the color of the gold, and it basically almost matches the gold striping decal itself. It's as close as I could get to it. without making it obvious. But so we did a little touch up with some brush work around the vent area to get some nice clean edges on the outside. Again, I also used a Q-tip when I was laying down the stripes for the hood, as well as kind of a rounded toothpick to burnish the decal around the hood scoop itself. I also went ahead afterwards and applied the microsol setting solution and brushed that on there, let it sit for a couple hours, and of course went back with the Q-tip and the toothpick to get it to lay down as smooth as possible. Like I said, again, it's not perfect, but I know it's not showroom quality, but it's good in my book. So it'll be on my shelf in my house displayed. So this is where we stand with that. But anyways, it is completed. The actual side decals with a GT350H logo on it, that was pretty easy itself. These decals were a little old, so it took a little longer to for the backing to release itself, so I could slide the decal off. But overall, it worked out really well. So with that being said, we'll do a quick little 360 here for you so you can see what it looks like all the way around. And like I said, again, I really enjoyed putting this Mustang together. Mustang is one of my favorite cars when I was growing up, so I'm glad I got a chance to actually build one. And so there you go. Alright, just a quick short little video here of the finale, and I hope you enjoyed this segment and this series of builds for the GT350H Shelby 66 Mustang. And once again, this is for the Carolina Man Stribby build, and I'm happy to do this in honor of Cliff. So with that being said, I hope everybody has a good weekend, and we will catch you on our next build. Until then, have a nice day, and we will see you soon. Bye.